Hello everyone, welcome back to Georgia Paper Crafts. This is Amber and today I am using the July 2020 Glimmer Hot Foil System set of the month. This is called Illustrative Floral and it comes with 6 plates. There are coordinating die cuts that can cut this out. However, I do not own those, but I believe you can purchase them at the Spellbinders website. This also comes with a roll of gold foil. So starting out, I have taken a piece of MFT Grapesicle cardstock and I foiled this with some purple foil using my Glimmer hot foil system. Again, as I've said in many videos, I have to do this off screen because I don't have enough room on my desk to do this, so I have to take it off screen to do it. But as you can see, I got a little bit of overfoiling. I did use a large piece of cardstock so that I could cut it down. I am using my Tombow Mono eraser to kind of erase some of the overfoiling on the image itself. And otherwise, I think it turned out pretty good. I'm happy with how this did foil. I'm getting better with using these plates, and it's turning out a little bit better than it did when I first used it. Now I am going to bring in, this is a Glimmer plate from my stash. This is the Thank You So Very Much, and I foiled that using the rainbow foil. And as you can see, it kind of didn't foil real well right in the middle. And I'm wondering if that's because that might have been, this was a new little roll of foil, and it had some of that sticky where it has like a little sticky to keep it closed on there, and I don't know if it already removed a little bit or not, but I probably could have sent it back through the foil machine, but I chose not to. So I'm just going to go with it and go with somewhat of the lighter foiling there. I still think it looks good. But hopefully next time it'll be a little bit more vibrant, because these would be very easy to reproduce, these cards, so you can do them in all different colors. Now here for my second card, I use the same rainbow foil, and I use this on MFT After Midnight cardstock, and I really liked how this one turned out. I thought it turned out really pretty. Again, I'm using a bigger piece of cardstock than I need just so I can cut it down. And for this one, I decided in the center I was going to use the die cut set from Spellbinders, and this is the high die cut set. I don't know why I have it reversed there. There we go. I finally realized, yeah, it's high, H-I. And I'm going to cut this out of the center. And then I'm going to cut a bunch of the coordinating floral pieces that go from there and start adorning this. This is very similar to some of the sets that they have had. I think they had a Christmas one that said Joy. They have some others, I believe. I can't even remember what other one they had. They had another one. And I did. Oh, Love. They did that Love one. It was so pretty for Valentine's Day. So here I've cut out some of the green cardstock. This is a metallic green cardstock from Holtz. And instead of totally cutting each piece separately, I cut out another of the high, and then I'm just kind of snipping off little pieces and essentially paper piecing together some of it. Now this die set does come with some extra dies to cut out the floral pieces and some of the stems, and I did do some of that from some other metallic cardstock from Holtz, and you'll see me put those together in just a second. But right now I'm just in the process of filling in all the floral, not the floral, but the leaf foliage, I guess I should say, images here. Once I'm finished with that, I will put the letters HI in the center, and I did cut those out of some blue foil cardstock from Holtz, and I cut 2 layers so that it could be just a touch dimensional. I don't think it gave it that much height, but give it a little bit more than just one. Now the colors that I'm going to use for the floral pieces on the side are going to be a purple and a light pink. And as you can see here, I'm just kind of snipping off some extra pieces that need to be put down. And there were a lot of little pieces here and there that I didn't realize it would take that much to cover it completely. And here's the purple metallic flower. The reverse tweezers are really helpful for these small little pieces. I'm going to put in another purple flower here. And here is a pink. And then I'll use another purple one down here. I think there's one more. Yeah, there we go. So another purple. Probably should have brought in another pink just to help kind of equal it out there. Doing some more cutting out in real time. This took me a little while. I would say this took me probably a good 10 minutes to kind of fuss with all of this. Now here I'm going with the letters, and you can see I'm stacking. Again, it's just too high, so it's not really that dimensional. I probably should have made it a little bit more dimensional. But like I say, I did cut this out of the metallic blue cardstock from Holtz. I'm going to adhere those down onto the card piece. Acrylic block on there. Go ahead and cut this down. And again, this is going to be just slightly smaller than A2 size. I'm cutting it so that I have a nice little white border around the edge. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere this. Now, what I realized earlier is I probably should not have put some glue on that inner portion right there at the top right there, because I'll need to eventually pull that up to get everything to tuck underneath, and you'll kind of see that as I try to put it in there. So I'm going to put some glue on the back here. I'm going to try to get it to fit in there, and it does take a lot of fiddling. Again, I wind up having to pull that up right there and just kind of get it to sit in there, trying to get everything to fit. And then I realized I had a bunch of white spaces. So I went back to my die cut and I found a bunch of the little pieces that filled in, and I added those into those small white pieces. Now, you don't see me doing that. I didn't think you needed to watch me do that, but just now I did fill it in. And here I'm cutting this down, just small enough to do the same thing. Put on an A2 size card, but have a nice little white border. Again, these cards are just some pre-made white card bases made out of heavyweight cardstock from my stash. I'm going to adhere both card bases, which you had seen previously, directly down onto the card stock using some glue. Just doing some final erasing of any kind of overfoiling if I see any. And then I'm going to bring in some rhinestones. You know I got to put a little bit of glimmer in there. It needs just a little bit for both. So I'm going to bring in some of the unicorn rhinestones from Pretty Pink Posh. Again, this has a nice assortment of different colored rhinestones in different sizes. And I'm going to put a couple into the middle of the flowers, each flower. And then I will put some just scattered around. And as you can see, I did fill in the white spaces that you had seen previously. And here, I guess I'm trying to erase a little bit of the blue spot. Well, of course, I kind of scratched the surface of the cardstock and made it look worse. So I'm trying to bring in a small little rhinestone there just to cover it up. I was using a different kind of glue, the small little glue bottle with a fine tip applicator that I had bought at Joann's. I'm not even sure what kind of glue it was. It wasn't one I've usually used, and it seemed to dry glossy instead of matte, which I didn't really like. But yeah, I mean, it worked okay otherwise, but I wasn't happy about that. I'm going to put just a small little one right there, just because I'm trying to cover something up. I can't really see what, but I'm going to bring in one more for the bottom here. And that's it for that one. I really like how that turned out. And then I put 3 onto the other purple one. So these are the 2 cards that I made using the Glimmer Hot Foil Plate of the Month set for July, called Illustrative Floral. I hope you enjoyed watching me make these. I hope that you got some inspiration, and I hope that you'll return to see more videos. Thanks so much. Have a good day.